Hey beloveds, now that summer is heating up and it's almost Cancer season, my birthday month, I wanted to take some time to introduce myself. And so, because most people know me as a psychic, as tarot life coach, as a writer for Solacy magazine or the Homeworker, but did you know my deepest passion is really books? And so for the last 7 years, I've been on a journey to know myself, to really discover who I am. And, they say that it takes the body 7 years to rejuvenate, um, to recharge, to reset, all the systems in our body. It takes 7 years to reset. And so this year, actually in August 22nd, it will be my 7 years of living alcohol free. And, I was at such a dark place and it was such a turning point for me. And I just knew something big had to happen. Something had to change. I had to change. And so, but that's another story. Today I wanted to share what's most important to me. But now at 50 and almost 51, some of those things have changed and shifted. And so I'll be sharing more of what makes me feel good, what puts me at ease, and what supports me feeling pleasure and luxury. And so I'll be showing up as myself, my real self, as the Black Psychic Librarian, as an advocate for cannabis, as an avid book reader and book lover, and as myself. And so the Black Psychic Librarian, that's the new name, because I want to be living a soft life, hashtag soft life. And what is the soft life? For most Black women, we've been taught this story about struggle life, right? And so I want to live the soft life. And that means showing up as the real me. That means really just showing up as truly, as fully as I can be. Do you know what I'm saying? And so what that means is I have new things coming. And so stay tuned. You want to sign up for what's coming, because I'll be dropping something amazing tomorrow. And I can't wait to share with you, because that's what I've been working on during Mercury retrograde, doing my own work, but also doing some work out there in the world for you. And since this week is also Juneteenth, and we've got the solstice next week, which again is Cancer season, the beginning of my birthday month and birthday season, it made me think about why I moved to Mexico. And, because moving here for me was really about resistance. It was a form of resistance to the colonization that I had been experiencing my entire life. Because once I lived outside of the United States for longer than a few months in Europe and just really all the places that I've lived, and I had to stop and say, wait a minute, this doesn't feel good. When I went back to the United States, I never felt good in my skin anymore. And it's just like, even with my natural hair, when it was over 20 years ago that I, decided to go natural. And for me then, it was a form of resistance, but that's again, another story. So, but before I go, I wanted to share a few fun things about me that you probably don't know. So, I was a librarian, that I love books. And so actually I did become a librarian at 28. I was the only Black woman in the 2-year program that graduated in 1 year. I was also the youngest, and of course, I was the only one of color that was there. But I'll be sharing more about why all that's important later this week. And so a few of my favorite things is, as I shared, so I am a triple Cancer, so that means I love the moon. Hello, triple Cancer. I love things for the home. You can see here is my patio paradise, and I love books for more than just about reading. I love researching. I remember when I was an English major, and how I loved and knew that I wanted to be a librarian is I was doing research for one of my English professors, and I was like, this is so cool. I love digging and researching. And I love curating and learning so many things along the way. And so I also love new languages. I can speak Chukchi, Ukrainian, and piccolo Italiano, and poquito Espanol. I love languages. That is really just something that is me. I love exotic perfumes. My favorite is Hobier perfume in New Orleans. It is absolutely amazing. They have the best scents ever. And then too, one of the other things I wanted to share with you is my strengths. You know, my top 5 strengths. My first one is positivity. Could you guess? Second one is intellection. So intellection, I just shared with you how much I love books and everything. That's like my top 2 strengths, positivity and intellection. So being a word nerd is, and a book lover and a book nerd is totally my thing. And then I'm also an activator, adaptability, and connector. And number 7 for me is woo. 7 is one of my favorite numbers, right? And my love language is gifts. So, yeah, there's just so many things about me that you probably don't know. And so I can't wait for you to get to know more about me. And lastly, you know, I could have never believed that I could have a life that works for me, that makes me feel good. And finally, now at almost 51, I can truly say that I have that and that I know myself, even though it's taken years for me to do that and evolutions, but it feels good to finally know and be who I am, and it feels good, you know, just like the Nina Simone song. I play it every morning in my Morning Magic playlist. I'll be sharing more about that soon. But before I leave you, I just want to ask you this question. Are you living your liberated life? Are you? Because tomorrow's Sagittarius full moon is going to make us pay attention. It is about long-term things. It is about things that are going to have a long-term effect. It's also about growing together and, again, research. And so you might be experiencing a lot of different dreams. This is the time for that. So, you know, get your dream journal and pay attention to what signs and symbols you get. So I'm so grateful I got a chance to share a little bit more about me, and I'll be sharing more this week. So until next time, beloveds, sending you so much love and light, and ashe, ashe.